Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. I kind of forgot the name there for a minute. Anyway, we see that we have a little bit of an issue here. These guys are not able to, so it's all full, right? So that's quite interesting. And I was thinking we were running short, but it's just due to our population. So I guess irrigated farms and things like that is something for the future. What did I? Yeah, I need to pin this so I can keep an eye on that. Okay, so anyway, so that will keep slowly going through. The ore sorting plant is blocked, and we've got no trees that we're busy removing. So let's start by getting rid of a few more trees, and we'll slowly start to move any of those out of the way as we clear some stuff up. I was kind of wondering if we can get up there, but I don't think so. So anyway, so we'll slowly get rid of a few more trees as we go through here. We're going to need more space. So let's get little bits and pieces moving at least. Now, we also have this kind of guy all clogged up because we are waiting on some stuff, right? What's the issue? Why are we... Oh, anyway, what we wanted to do is absolutely go ahead and upgrade that one, which will require a few bits and pieces, which I think we should have enough of. What we don't have, though, is we don't have any processes being driven with this, right? Let's have a quick look. So if we wanted to create that, we need rubber and... Okay, I guess what we'll do is we'll have to build another something to be working on that. So anyway, this will generate some stuff a little bit quicker. This is, yeah, I don't think we're actively using those unless we're producing maintenance. So it is going into the maintenance. We need to keep an eye on it, and it is starting to get a little bit lower. But hopefully now we'll be producing these guys a lot quicker, which in turn will keep us moving a little bit better. So we definitely want this one to be slower than that one so that we actually do get a few of these guys available to go and finish off this building. At the very least, we would like to finish off this guy, right? Can I, for a second, quickly pause this guy just so that we've got a little bit more of the normal pieces in there so that we can just finish this off, right? Yeah, once that's in place, we should be able to get... Yeah, excellent. So now all of that's working. Everything here will start moving again. Even this is actually processed the stuff pretty reasonably, right? Are we seeing coal come in here? We don't have any coal here. So are we are mining stuff, right? Or we're out? We're done. I guess we don't have any mining operations left. So if we say a mining designation, so that, for instance, did not... Yeah, anyway, so let's clear all of this out. I don't think we ended up doing much there. So now we're in a spot where we should probably start looking at doing a bit of mining here. So what we can obviously do is we can start digging down and get access to some of these areas here. And I think it's probably a reasonable idea if we maybe start doing a little bit of that. So let's say we'll do... we want to do that. We want to rotate this guy. Okay, so if we did this, right? I'm kind of tempted to have a bit of a look at that. That might start getting some of these guys in the way. So let's do that. Let's try and stabilize it a little bit. And what I'm also thinking is let's quickly harvest these trees before we get too far down the line here. So let's block all of this stuff off, and we'll quickly go and harvest these trees right over here to kind of clean up. Well, let's not do that. Let's not go nuts. Let's get rid of those trees first. Okay, so get rid of those trees. This will then also allow us to mine a little bit. And where is this guy? It's coming this way. Let's quickly have a look. What I would like to say is please put coal as your mining priority. What is also happening here? You're assigned to a mining control tower. You've got nothing available. And what we will want to do is we would want to bring forward a little bit of fuel storage into the nearby area here. I think right there is probably a good spot. And we're going to say diesel, please. And we would like you to please at least have some diesel fuel in this area ready to go, right? So that's kind of the plan. So these guys are, oh, hang on. Did I? No. So where is this guy? Where is this guy now? Oh, there it is. Wasn't seeing him in alignment with that. So it's got full loads. This guy is needing to go and dump some stuff elsewhere. Okay. So I guess we needed to just move through a few things over here. So let's have a quick look. Let's drop the overlay for a minute. Groundwater pump has been done, so we can now access groundwater if we need to. Let's have a quick look. This guy is filling up. Yes, no, maybe. Anyway, we are seeing a little bit of growth there. We have some availability. A little worried about some of these items. So that is a level 2, right? Assembly 2. It is an assembly 2. So I guess here we've got tons of this. Oh, it's already full. Now, what else do we do with that, right? We use that to then actually start to process these items. So now I'm kind of thinking we need that. This one, we need a little bit more help on that one. But what we can, at the very least, what we can do is I'm thinking we remove this recipe altogether from this area. And what we do is we build a new assembly plant here to just kind of start things off a little bit for us. Now let's do that. Let's get a basic assembly going for the time being. I don't want to kind of run out of power. Our power is a little bit of a challenge for us. So what I might do, we don't want to get too close to this operation, and we do want to provide a little bit of support. You know what? Even though they will need. Anyway, let's do one here. Actually, let's do that. We'll make one of them pop in there, right? And we'll say you need to be creating those for us, which you should be fine with continuously doing. We would like a storage facility on the other side of this area to collect all of these mechanical parts. And then ultimately we could, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it at that for the time being, instead of, because we don't have a lot of these additional items. So let's just get moving on these things a little bit. So if we can fill this one up at least, we'll be in a quite a good spot. And these will only be working on those items for us. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Our power is, it's reasonable at the moment. We are starting to dig things around a little bit. We've got some irrigated farms ready to go, which is good. And if we have a quick look over here, we're kind of clearing this out. So now we're in a position where this could actually start. We're very close to kind of getting up here. So I think the next piece of the puzzle is once you've cleared that out, I wouldn't mind, clearing out around here just a tad more, right? Maybe that one as well. So let's just clear this out a little bit so we can work through that. But anyway, this will work. Now, if we go have a look at our mining operation, I'm kind of thinking We would like to... We'd like to dig... Let's cancel that for a second. So if I said maybe not go all the way in there, ultimately it's going to be a bit of a challenge, right? So let's cancel that, and let's cancel this one, and then what we'll do is we'll flatten this one out at that kind of general level there. So let's do that. So it's not going to go too crazy, at least. So let's flatten, get a bit of a flattening out over here. And what we can also do is we can then do a little bit of a flip over here. And we can generally do a little bit of this, right? So if we do that, that gives us a bit of a platform to then dig into this area where we're going to have tons of stuff. So let's make a start on that. Hopefully that gives us a little bit of room there. This has some diesel ready to go that can load up on these guys as we go. We still have one piece of research underway. We should have, generally speaking, a little bit of food available. That was not the food piece. Yeah, we have all of that available. So things are moving pretty nicely. Coal, that is growing, which is good. Everything else seems pretty reasonable. So this is moving. This is filling up. So that's good. The piece that... so we don't have any kind of copper stuff, right? So let's have a quick look. Oh, this guy. We didn't need any... we didn't need this, right? And this is all done, right? Unload fuel. This is good. Cannot unload. The shipyard is full. So what is in the shipyard that's a bit of a problem here? Lots and lots of copper. So copper and rubber can work towards some of these electronics, for instance. So I guess we need to do a few things to try and sort this out, right? The ship is still full. So how much copper do we have? We've got tons of copper. So maybe what I need to do is get a few storage facilities. Now, they are fairly pricey. So what I'll do is let's... I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll do some temporary storages over here, right? So let's do 1, 2, 3 storages. And we'll say this guy can be copper. Well, they're all kind of... How much copper? There's so much copper. This guy can be rubber, and this guy can be vehicle parts. And what the idea here is, please try and keep it empty. So when you can move things out of here, please do so. Is kind of what I'm trying to illustrate. So hopefully that will help us out a little bit. There's so we need to build another assembly plant for electronics, which I guess is it this one? Yeah. So we do need to build an assembly plant for electronics. And for that we need, we could, electronics is required over here. So let's just build an assembly plant. Just a pretty basic one, to be honest. Let's do that. This will be for electronics, right? So that's okay. It can get everything it needs. Hang on, let's not do that. Let's this is a little bit in the way. So let's cancel that. Let's move it up a bit more into this direction, because what we will need to do, I might even do that, right? If we do that and we do a bit of a storage facility on the other side, I mean, a lot of this stuff will need to be kind of all figured out over time, you know. And what we want to do in here is we want to put in the electronics recipe and make sure that all of that works. So that'll kind of fill up that one. And then we need one for vehicle parts, which works how exactly? Is this emptying it out? Yes. And the ship, how's the ship doing? Anyway, everybody's kind of busy. Taking it pretty slow. This is all empty, which I'm loving. This is pretty full, but I kind of we've got everything we need. I just want to have a look. We have a quick look at our mining. Yeah, we've still got tons of mining that needs to happen, but these guys are fully loaded, ready to go at some point. So anyway, that's going. Waiting for products. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Hang on. Okay, are we now in? Oh, we've cleared this guy out. Oh, beautiful. And I guess we don't have anything there. So actually, we started running into problems fairly quickly. We've got like 8 of them left. So let's do a bit of a trade then. I'm assuming we can get some of these guys. We've got really good numbers here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and we'll leave with that at the moment. That should be enough to give us a little bit of going, and it's probably ended up over there, right? So that can move over, and we can start producing these again. We are still producing Unity, which is I'm glad to see that. This should be going along smoothly. Yeah, everything here is moving along quite nicely, and we do still have maintenance and the likes ready to go. Hopefully we'll finish off some of these assemblies, and that should be good. This guy is struggling to unload, right? We've got all the rubbers, we've got all of that. We're still waiting on a few bits and pieces of construction materials. Crop rotation is done. Farm fertility is a bit of a thing, so we need to do like a rotation every now and again. I guess given our situation, we can do a round of this, and hopefully that will kind of move things along. So after this round of crops, we'll do a round here, and that will help our productivity out a little bit more. I'm sure it will. So, and I guess we'll keep an eye on it, but we shouldn't have too much problems there. This is dropping a little bit due to all kinds of pollutions, but I think it's okay, and we do still need to do a few other bits and pieces. Now, let's have a quick look here with regards to these guys. So we've done a few things here. We can do tree planting. We can do settlement water, which I think is quite a useful one. I guess advanced concrete is the next piece of the puzzle for us. So let's add that to the queue. Then we'll go into balancing, into conveyor lifts, and into smart routing, potentially looking then at retaining wall structures. Advanced logistics is a thing. I guessing settlement water would be helpful, and then tree planting as well. And then there's a research lab, additional research labs required, new research lab required, which I guess we can probably do. Stacker. What is a stacker? Dumps material from connected conveyor belts directly onto terrain. It's an interesting one. Seems a reasonable thing to do. So we'll add that to the mix. We'll add a little bit of advanced logistics. We'll do housing because we're taking it pretty slow, and then we'll go maybe on to the research lab. So there's now tons of additional research ready to go. We are super slow with regards to these guys, right? Just out of stuff all the time, right? And it's not the stuff that we're producing, even though, we do need to. Import is okay. Can we export? Trucks cannot import, but trucks can export from here to go into there. And to be honest, I think we should try and keep a little bit in there. So let's make sure that some of it does, in fact, come over this way. Now, have we finished building these? Yes, and we're clearing some of the stuff out, but we're still keep it empty, right? Electronics. Can you finish this one? I think as we get electronics sorted, that would help. Things are looking okay. Ooh, are you struggling? I don't think you should be struggling. Why is our maintenance looking like that? Are we out? Are we wait? Oh, out. No, output is full. So do we not have enough maintenance? I think we have enough maintenance. I'm kind of wondering. Well, what's the I think we might need more maintenance. For now, it's okay. If we drop under 90, I'm definitely going to need additional maintenance. For now, can we get this finished? We're still waiting, right? Are we out of these again? It seems like we may be. So let's try and procure some more. Go with one there, and we'll go with one here. Okay, and we'll also do another one there. Okay, good. So now we've got a bit more, but yeah, we do need a concrete setup then. Establish a limestone mining facility. So let's have a bit of a look at that. Can happen over here. Ooh, and I definitely want to go ahead and cut that one out. Those are okay. These are okay. I'll just need to get rid of that one basically. So a limestone mining facility. If we go to this, we'll get a mine control tower. We'll kind of place it over there, and what we'll need to do is we'll need to establish a bit of a mining site here. We're going to go with a flat. We're gonna go and try and dig that out pretty flat like so, right? There we go. So that should give us some mining operations. In order to do that, we will need yet another one of these guys, which I think we should be okay, and two more of those to kind of help that out, and we'll need to run the limestone through here as well. So I think that's starting to look at it. Excellent. So this can see some electronics being sent over from the ship. I would love to see the electronics being sent over. But are you full of electronics? Yes, beautiful. You are. Okay, so hopefully that is moving things along a little bit. That is growing, and we're out yet again. Wow, we do need to establish one of those concrete facilities. At the moment, it's costing us a lot. Let's see. Can we trade? We'll trade. Yeah, we'll trade one there, and we'll trade one there. Get us moving a little bit more. We do need to make sure that we keep all of that going. Otherwise, we'll go all. Stop the operations. What's happening over here? Are you fully loaded? You are fully loaded. Okay, that's okay. As long as you all kind of remain on this kind of number, that is worrying me a little bit. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that. Why are you really unable to unload stuff? So where can we dump? Can we dump this? This is coming in slowly, right? So it should be able to get there. I think I've got a bit of a sound issue. Anyway, that should be able to go straight there, no problems whatsoever, right? Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the sound. These guys are getting really busy, so more trucks is required. We would like to assign one here and maybe just one of them over there, and we'll do that. And then, can this accept any additional product? I don't know. Well, I guess it can, because we're not actually connecting anything up on the others. So maybe we can add a product for now. Let's add limestone to the mix. And what is it saying? It's not got the ability to move limestone, right? Unassign this product from the sorter. Why? This product is not assigned to any output port. So I guess that's the issue. That is the issue. Okay, so let's unassign that for now. So we basically need another sorter, is what we're saying, in order to make that work. Right, so in order to make that work, we need yet another sorter. Okay, so these guys can quite comfortably go and continue to dump this stuff here. So we'll actually get up there. This is working reasonably well. And everything else is slowly getting there, right? Establish limestone mine and start mining limestone. Okay, build a kiln and connect it to a rainwater harvester using a pipe. So they want a rainwater harvester. Okay, so if we were to say, right, let's try and do it straight over here. So we need a kiln. And the kiln needs... So from here, we are doing straight limestone into the bricks, right? So anyway, we're gonna do that. We'll do this. We'll kind of establish a little something over here. Okay, and from that we will need to get ourselves a bit of loose storage for the limestone. I'll just pop it directly in there. Tell me this is going to be limestone, so hopefully you can drop limestone directly in there. I'm hoping there's no compatible sorting plant for mixed cargo. And you've got what? You've got some limestone in there. So I guess another sorting facility, a sorting plant over here they're pretty pricey to build. So what we could maybe do, what's going on over here? We've got this rock in place here, right? And we still have some of this, and we are getting some of that out. So maybe what we can do is rock. Are we able to dump rock? Let's have a quick look. Rock. We are able to dump rock. Okay, so with the rock being able to go there, can we please unassign this from the sorter, right? And then what we'll assign is we'll assign a bit of limestone, and then hopefully that does its thing. Now the tree harvester has done its thing again. We're all clear on tree harvesting, so nothing else here. So what I might do is I might restart the cut over here to keep a little bit more room moving. Okay. A rotary kiln. Oh, hang on. So what does that do? This one does not, but they want us to do it anyway. What does this cost? Oh, that's pretty pricey. This is a little bit less so in that it's more basic items. This is being moved out. This is, yeah, we don't have any room for the potatoes to go, and even the copper and the rubber is full, and the vehicle part should be okay. Can we? Okay, you know what? I'm kind of tempted to. We're out of the concrete. The concrete slabs or concrete bricks yet again. So, and this is starting to get it set up working. We do need the rainwater harvester, so let's go ahead and grab that one. Okay, so let's do that and tie it in over here, please. We'll get that moving. This has a bunch of the stuff that it needs, and what we will also need to do is kind of get rid of this through a bit of a smokestack right over there. So that's going to be a bit costly, but at least we'll start to see a little bit of these concrete bricks or coming up, so that we can start to make that work. Okay. So that's a reasonable starting point. A lot of this stuff we're going to have to rejig a little bit along the way to make sure we're going to get all of that going. We can start mining copper fairly soon as well, which I think is probably one of the next big steps. So we need to build another assembly plant to produce vehicle parts. So if I have a quick look at the assembly plant here, and we say set recipe, so vehicle parts will need to be done. Ooh, cancel. So vehicle parts can be done over here. We've got both of these items together. So let's grab ourselves another assembly facility here. And I'll be quite comfortable to just kind of leave it be in this spot. Give ourselves a little bit of room, and we'll grab a bit of a storage spot here as well. This will have a vehicle assembly, and this will be those vehicle parts. Vehicle parts, excellent. So at least we'll make a start on that. Hopefully that's working. We're gonna go out and buy some more of these. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there's definitely something corrupting the sound at the moment. So hopefully we'll sort that out fairly soon. This is still waiting on some stuff. Come on with the stuff already. What are you guys doing? Are we actively seeing some limestone being prepared, right? Limestone is starting to make its way through the mix here. Hopefully that is okay, and we're not going to see too much rock. There's a little bit of rock, I think, coming out from there, which, yeah, is a bit of a problem. Yeah, so the mixed cargo, the rock is a bit of an issue. So we need to build another one of these. So we need to kind of get ourselves sorted to get another one of those set up so that we can kind of manage the sorting of the ore a little bit better. Yeah, we go through this stuff so quickly. That's still pretty pricey. Anyway, we'll spend a bit more on it, and we'll spend a bit more on it. We've got more than enough of those kind of things. We need the construction parts. We absolutely need the construction parts to finish off all of these various items. Oh, excellent! That is potentially starting to work. We need this guy, a few more bits and pieces there. Hopefully that should be okay. We still have a little bit of that in stock that can support. And we'll start to produce some of these parts, I guess. Yeah. We are producing those parts. So that's good. Establish a limestone mine, and we're mining limestone, and we need to produce some concrete slabs. So these two are gonna finish off any minute now. So that is helping us a fair bit. Unity is still looking good. Everything else is looking good. Health is reasonable. We've only got 11 workers left, so we may start opening that up again for... I think that's the Unity. If we switch this one on, it costs us a Unity. That's where that difference comes in. So I guess we're at a point where we can start switching that on again. We have now 2 pickup trucks with a problem, and I guess it's these guys who both have some rock in the mix. So we do need to sort ourselves out a little bit. So I guess for the time being, right, these guys are pretty good. So let me just close that out for a second, and we'll put rock back in, right? Won't necessarily be able to go in here. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, so these are, so hopefully it's just going to pop in there and the guys can go and drop it off. So I guess that's the plan. We need some of these things to be filtered out. We need multiple of these sorting facilities, it seems, to try and really get things to work. Okay, things are moving, and we can collect a reward. That's some more copper and the likes. So how is this going? The ship is finally ready to go. So let's actually embark on another journey and start to find a few things. So if I send the ship over there, please make your way over there. Still have some oddly corrupted sound, so I'll kind of try and keep a little bit away from it. Are we starting to see some stuff? No, we're the limestone process is a little bit slow because we're kind of digging into soil first, it seems. But anyway, that should be fairly close. And we can collect this. Well, we do need those parts. But for copper, I guess the copper is just kind of popping in there. Okay, that is looking good. Are we going to see a bit of production going on? Or I would love for the limestone to be to a point where we can directly drop the limestone into this guy. There we go. We're going to see our first 12 guys moving in. Oh, now we want a rubber maker. Oh, there we go. And some parts. World structures. Location has been explored. Let's have a look. So let's pause it while we take a look at this. So we have found right over here, quite close by, ocean drilling technology and an oil rig. Okay, so and we found some loot over there. Hooray. So that's brilliant. Can we make it all the way over here? Let's send the ship over there as well. So we've got a pretty close by oil rig to provide us with some oil in the not too distant future. Hopefully. We do need to still find like an oil tanker or something to be able to really make use of that. But generally speaking, we're in good shape. Is this been cleared out? Let's have a quick look at our forestry situation. Yeah, absolutely. Forestry situation is looking good. Shall we keep clearing out over here? Let's do that. Let's keep stretching out that area there by clearing it out so that we actually can make room for some of this stuff. What is this? Are these trees or what do we do with this stuff? It feels like it's young trees still growing. Can we, if we said delete stuff, no, we can't do that. If we said remove debris, we can in fact do that. Okay, so let's remove some debris so it looks a little bit better. We'll clear some debris over here because that's where we're gonna start working. Excellent. That's good. That is very good. Okay, it's a slow process, but we're kind of getting there. We're producing minuscule amounts of these concrete bricks, and we probably need to build. Give me one more of these guys, please, and we'll assign another truck to the mix over here. I guess that's the plan. We can clear out this and clear out that. Oh, actually, we've got a new structure explored here. The ship has gone home, so let's go home and see what the ship is delivering for us. Do we still have stuff on the ship? Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff on the ship. Mind control tower has no place to dump product. So what are you trying to dump? That's dirt. So that means this guy is up and done. Oh yeah. So we are up here, right? Let's have a quick look at our dumping site. Dumping designation. So we're done with the dumping over here. So that's good. So we can get up there niftily. Now, is there anything else we want to start to get into? Are we going to go ahead and get the guys to come and dump down into this area or up here maybe? Let's have a quick look. If we put on the overlays quickly, not much that we need up here. It's got some gold and some water if we ultimately make our way across here. But in the first instance, we've got a massive potential coal mine. We can get into the copper mine on this side from over there if we were to go down into that area. Alternatively, we can try and go through here, but that'll take a bit of effort to do. Is there anywhere else we want to get up to? Let's go to the other side. Did we want to do anything over here? Did we want to potentially fill in an area? I don't think so. So question is whether we're okay with this. We're going to just expand our dumping in this area, or we're going to go down. I think we're going to go down here just so we have that access, right? So if we were to start it there, and we're flipping it, and we're rotating this guy down here, like so, and then we'll, oops, that's not the button. We're gonna do further dumping up to there. Okay, so that's kind of the plan, right? So let's go ahead and create. That doesn't quite want to work. If we did this and we did this guy here instead, right? And we trim this out, is that all dumping? I think that is all dumping. Okay, so let's dump down there so that we can get people to do that. And I guess at the same time we may as well. Let's do that one first. Let's do that one first, and then we'll start dumping over there. So now dumping is available, but it's quite a drive. But I guess we need that ultimately. Guys, I think we're gonna put an end to the episode. We wanted to add another truck to the mix over here, and this guy should be popping out a truck. It's waiting on a bit of diesel, which it should have, not a problem. Let's close off this one. And it's starting to clear out nicely. And starting to really mine now. Starting to get some proper mining activities underway. and we still have some rocks that needs to be potentially disposed of fairly quickly. Can we set up something to say do it quicker? Products to port map. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Yeah, so all of this is kind of going through there, but we do need to be a little bit better at that. Oh, excellent. Look at all of this. So we can now potentially start our copper and okay, so let's maybe do that. Let's yeah, anyway, we'll do that in the next episode. We'll start to really beef up our mining operation by maybe doing some sorting over here for these two and some sorting over here for these two, and I guess that should be okay. So that's something that we'll plan out in the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. There's a lot for us to do in this game, and it'll take us a bit of time to get to something that's really resembling a proper factory. Again, if you liked it, hit that like button. Leave your comments down below. What am I doing wrong? I'm sure you've got tons of ideas about what I'm doing wrong and what you would like us to focus our attention on a little bit more. But please do leave that in the comments. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.